What is up, everybody? Welcome to AK Plays. I'm AK. Let's play.
Oh my god! Wow!
Alright, everybody. Today I've got a really fun build for you. It is a Nomad DPS hybrid, and it started out just because I wanted to make a funny troll build for a funny comedy video, but then it kind of turned out to be a pretty decent build and I wanted to give it to you guys. It takes the idea that is you get the Nomad 4-piece where you get that extra little life proc, and then it takes the Banshee 3-piece to give you that extra damage. So it's an interesting concept, 10k firearms and nothing really else. It's just all about doing damage. Primary weapon is a house with deadly, responsive, card counter, and these attachments. Secondary, I have an M700 carbine with deadly, prepared, elevated, and these attachments. I just took the sniper straight off my Deadeye build because I wanted to have a sniper for long range combat. However, you could just grab a lightweight M4 or LVOA and have something for mid range if you're more comfortable with that. Our pistol slot, I keep around my determined cool-headed pistol in case I need an ult quickly. Onto the chest, it is a Nomad chest rolled for firearms, health, exotic damage resilience, and ammo capacity. Then these are the Nomad bonuses that we're getting. And our mask is a Banshee mask rolled for firearms, critical hit chance, and that should be burn resistance. And then these are the Banshee bonuses. On the knee, we have a Banshee knee rolled for firearms, health, and the minors should be burn, shock, and disrupt resistance. On the holster, we have a Nomad holster rolled for critical hit chance. Gloves are Nomad gloves rolled for firearms, SMG damage, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. Ninja bike bag rolled for firearms, health, and that minor could be really anything that fits your style. And then our mods, we have firearms, critical hit chance, support station range, and support station range. We want a big support station so we can kind of stay in it and stay immune, and then pop it when we need it. Support station range as the mod for the holster. On the knee, we have firearms, critical hit chance, and support station range. Then on the mask, we have firearms, critical hit chance. And on the chest piece, firearms, critical hit chance, and firearms, critical hit chance. Now we can look at some of the fun stuff. Our critical hit chance is 50.5, which is definitely good. If we hit precision, then we are going to be at the cap, so that's great. And it allows us to have a good house. And then we have good critical hit damage, good headshot damage. Other notable stats, we have the 15% health on kill, which can come in handy. Alright, our skills, we have the booster shot to give us a little bit of a damage buff and damage resistance. Not really useful for its heal, but good for our buffs. And then we have an immune station, that's going to be somewhat of a heal for us, mostly to keep us immune. And then a recovery link. You can also run a blue if you're in a group or something. Talents, we have Adrenaline to keep us off status effect. Pride Bleed can be pretty difficult with this build, you gotta watch out for it. Critical Save, Precision, and On the Move. Now if you are running with a group, you could switch off Precision for Combat Medic if you have someone that runs a Pulse for you. If you're in a group and no one's running Pulse and you feel a little bit bold, then you could probably run it like that. And then this is the build. That's kind of everything for it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's cool. It does pretty notable damage. One of the downsides to Nomad, well, aside from the controversy that people like how they feel about Nomad, the downside is the damage that you can put out. And one of the things a lot of people object to, obviously, is the multiple lives and all that thing. Well, you aren't getting the 6-piece, so you're not having to deal with the multiple lives, but at the same time, you are getting some decent survivability and that 1 extra life, which will definitely help you. You aren't getting the overheal or the fast heal over time that you get from Nomad. However, that also keeps you as a very low-key Nomad, which is kind of good. That was what I was relying on this build. Originally, I was going to make this a troll build, and I was just going to face tank people in game chat and hear them freak out when I had a Nomad proc that they didn't expect. However, I started using it, and I'm like, oh, this actually is pretty fun. So I wanted to share it with you guys. But the damage isn't insane. It's not going to compete with, like, crazy damage Banshees or things like that. However, for a Nomad, which has an extra life like this, it does considerable damage, which is pretty darn cool. But that's really, that's the premise of the build. It's so when you get in that face tank and you have your extra life while you're still doing some pretty good damage, it's interesting. Now this clip here that we're watching is important. It's not some kind of awesome clip to show off this build. It's showing you the difference between this and a regular Nomad. Now, you already saw that he procced, and then he just procced again, and we're still fighting him. Now, he doesn't have the damage to put anybody really down. However, his survivability is obviously second to none because it's Nomad. Now, he just had his green proc, and he's still up. Now, we do take him down now, but that took quite a while. So, this obviously doesn't carry the survivability of a 6-piece solo Nomad, and it doesn't carry the damage of a solo Banshee, but at the same time it is a nice kind of hybrid middle ground between the both. So you can deal damage, and at the same time you have that extra life if someone catches you by surprise, or if you get hit by a double nade, something like that. And it's just a very interesting concept. I liked it a lot. I thought it was cool, and I think you guys, if you're looking for something like a change-up, something different to try, this is definitely something that's kind of cool to explore. Might not replace your main builds that you use right now, but it's definitely something that's kind of cool and fun to try out. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Got 10 kills remaining. You got this. That was easy.